Peace, everyone. We're getting into the collective weekly energy. The first card that came out was Knight of Swords. To me, this is speaking to your guardians basically writing at dawn. I'm being a little sarcastic, but this is very much in truth. What's happening on a collective spectrum is that those that have been parasitic energies, they are getting their just due. This is being felt in the energy. This is what's getting ready to happen, what's even being revealed. I had some dreams last night and I'm not getting into the dream times. However, it was a lot of correction. And what I seen in the dream time was that these parasites, those that have been enemies and have been feeding off of, the empaths, those, even children, the innocent is really what spirit is saying. The innocent, those that are pure hearted, they've had their opportunity. But see, they didn't want to hear when they were being warned because they have an opportunity to make things right. And in this, they've been warned about what was going to be coming for them. Okay. And maybe they may not have known the full extent. And I don't believe that this is happening on a human consciousness level. I'm going to be completely honest with you. But they can feel it. This is something that energetically they're feeling uncomfortable. They're feeling like something is wrong, like something is after them, where they can't get comfortable. If this has been you, okay, if you somehow are watching this and you have been parasitic against others, understand that there's a peace that is coming over those that have been innocent. It's a peace that's coming over those that have been pure hearted, okay? In this process, even those that have been the warriors for the divine, okay? There is a peace because they know that there is a reckoning that's happening right now. And for those who have been enemies of the divine, enemies of the innocent, enemies of the pure hearted, this is now where you are feeling it in your bones. I am feeling it. You could feel like goosebumps, like something is coming after you. This is the only time, okay? At this point in time in your life where anyone is going to be able to help you is you calling on God. And as I said that, it was 2:22 recording time. You have to call on God. And if you've been innocent and pure-hearted, guess what? Wheel of Fortune. Your luck is about to change. See, Wheel of Fortune, people can speak to, fortune and all these beautiful things, finances, uh, falling on someone's lap. See, but this is not the Wheel of Fortune that ultimately I'm getting. I'm getting that this is a flip. This is where now the energies that you were experiencing because everyone was pouring their heaviness on you, this is now where their energies, okay? They're being an enemy to themselves. They're having to pay for their karmas. You have the Chariot right next to um to the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And next to that, you have Temperance. All these together are letting me know that this is happening, and you, whether it's rapid in someone's life, whether you are seeing the basically the steps ahead, right? Whether it's one step ahead, spirit is letting you know that this is a time and this is the season where now your liberation is taking place, or now things are going to start becoming easier for you, where now it's going to feel like you can breathe because you've had this pressure on your chest, you've had this heaviness in your head where you felt like you couldn't even think, where you felt like you couldn't even breathe, and it's enough is enough, okay? The divine is tired because you collective have gotten tired, because you collective are showing up for yourself, because you collective are saying now it's time, and the stars are aligning and it's divine timing where now those that made themselves enemies to you are going to be an enemy to themselves. Those that got into bed, okay, with other entities, okay, malevolent spirits, all right, that they thought had their best interest at heart. Come on, how can you think of the malevolent spirit even has your best interest at heart, or that there's going to be a splitting of whatever benefits they got? They can't keep what they stole. Okay, they're not splitting the goods. In all reality, once they've used those parasites, okay, those enemies that you've had to deal with, they wind up turning against them. So I'm hoping whoever's watching this video, you have been on the side of the divine, because right now it's getting real. Right now, truth of who people have been is coming to the forefront. The light is shining upon those that the light was meant to touch. And in this, yes, it could be finances, but we are not talking about finances because this isn't about the material. We know that the true wealth is spiritual wealth. We know that the true wealth is health. We know that the true wealth is your mental sanity, is your energetic space, is your privacy, is your peace, it's your joy. This is what you're coming into. This is what you're coming into, a sense of renewal. This week, you will find yourself even more. This week, you will no longer, okay, be hiding those aspects of self. See, last week it was aspects of really addressing the limiting beliefs that we'd had, and the misconstrued perception of what we were good for, what was our purpose, and what purpose did we serve in the lives of others, and how could we benefit ourselves, and how could we benefit others, and what medium of exchange we were using to do that. See, this week is where now you're getting comfortable discovering who you are. And I'm not going to sit here and say that in this week you're going to discover who you are completely. That's insane. And it would be completely irrational for somebody to believe that, because how grand you are on the true spectrum of spirit, your soul, you'll never know that in this lifetime. Not fully, but just starting to look. You're starting to peek behind the window. Let me remove the curtains. Let me see behind the veil of illusions. And this is, see, the temperance card coming out to me is letting me know that some of y'all, you may be a little scary with what you see. And that doesn't mean that, when I say a little scary, that doesn't mean that you're scared of yourself, but scared of the potential that you have within yourself. Because you haven't been made to believe that that potential could actually be nourished and achieved. See, you're starting to recognize the reality of all that is within you. And it can be a little scary, it can be a little uncomfortable, especially when you haven't explored these aspects and avenues of self before. It's okay. That's why temperance is there. Take your time, get to know you. There's no rush. You have the King of Wands. Okay, this is, again, I've been feeling this energetic male man, okay, in your energetic field. And next to him is the Sun. I feel like this is where realization and even manifestations of your dreams start coming true. And I can tell you, this is very much even happening for me today as I record this, because I realized that I had put certain expectations on how I was going to do this channel, and that I wanted to do it in a particular kind of way, when in reality it wasn't honoring me. I started to realize that, you know, in my energetic field, I want to operate in a certain kind of way, and this current, the divine masculine with my in my energy field, said, go ahead. He gave me the faith within myself to bring my vision to light, manifestation. This is one of the videos, but there's another one. You can check it out, and I recommend that you do. It's I'm Just Like the Earth. Powerful video. Okay. And when you are aligning with the aspects of self and true self, this is where you now have the divine masculine. You have your guardians showing up and allowing the sun to shine on you. And as the sun is shining on you, okay, and you are reflecting it back to it as being the moon, okay, this is now where the energy is being magnetized to you, because you are showing up, you are taking action for these manifestations to bear fruit in your life. And then we have the Three of Cups. To me, this is sisterhood. This is speaking to your the divine, okay, the pure aspects of self, crystalline aspect, our solar plexus and our root chakra, all getting into alignment. Okay, so if you are feeling like you are having some root chakra fears, okay, if you're feeling like you can't get into your solar plexus energy, work with these chakras, work with the color red, work with the color yellow, drink lemonade, hydrate yourself, let the sun bathe you, okay? Understand that your power is your power in alignment with the creator. You are not hurting anyone. And confirmation. Ace of Cups, the divine is coming through with a hand of overflow. I feel like this overflow is speaking to self, is speaking to honoring self. is speaking to your spirit self, honoring the aspect of your human consciousness actively rising to the forefront, not being afraid of what you can manifest, of the water that you can hold. Okay, because you can hold water and that water is pure, baby. And then we have the Two of Cups. Okay, to me this is harmony, this is emerging, that's happening with the divine feminine, the divine masculine. You can be in a relationship, this is just a getting closer together. I feel like this is a deeper understanding, right? When we talk about merging, right, you know, whether wherever your partner's at, whether you know you guys are connected physically or not, this is speaking to getting closer to this, you know, to this energy field, right? Because as you get closer to your divine masculine, your divine feminine, it, to me, it represents getting closer to self, right? And if we have been getting closer within ourselves and accepting ourselves and realigning with the aspects of who we truly are and allowing the falsehoods to fade away, then you are going to do so with that divine masculine, that divine feminine within your life. This is a drawing closer together. This is a coming together that is ultimately meant to last the test of time, because you are meant to last the test of time in accordance with the divine. So, y'all, this week is a beautiful week. It's a beautiful week for karmas to be returning to who they're meant to, and for you to peek behind the veil and see yourself a little bit more. And who knows, you might see something else. So, if you're clairvoyant, and we will, you know, discuss clairvoyance at another time because that's been on my heart to do so. But, anyways, y'all, thank you for listening to this message from me and Spirit. And if you are curious about the services that we do offer, because of course I don't do it alone, you can go to www.mamarain.org, like rain from the sky. Take care, y'all, from me and Spirit.